welcome to you all. Okay, listen here. Already we have seen about a small thing about introduction of a microprocessor. Right? I just explain about a microprocessor. And finally we came up to the thing about segment register. Is it right? Okay, first class we've seen about the general purpose register, and now we gotta see about segment register. Okay, segment means what? Dividing into some parts. Okay, from the name segment itself you can find that you can get the name. That means what? Dividing. Okay, the first one, I have a particular storage. In that storage I have a division, first division, second division, third division, fourth division. Okay, what's the name of CS? Okay, look at here. CS represents, please look at here, CS represent means what? It's a code segment. CS represents a code segment, and DS represents data segment. Data segment means what? Where your data will be stored. Okay, we will see more things about in the upcoming. Listen here. Data segment, and afterwards ES means extra segment. Extra segment and DS both are said to be having the storage of data. Extra segment means like extra addition of more bits. Each and every bit represents data. Okay, anyway, just wait, hold on and just tell you. Okay, and then extra segment, and SS represent stack segment. SS represent stack segment. Stack means what? Addition of more things. That means it may be having an overflow, or it may be having a complete data fill up to the top level. Okay, that's very, very important here. Okay, now listen properly. Before entering into explanation of each and everything, I just want to tell you about how a data will be, how the address will be. Okay, now listen here. Now I just want this swap register. We don't want to print it now. Suppose if I coming to your home, or if I want to find the address may have number, alphabet, or in any other special characters. It's right. For example, I say what the address means what? That means door number 1, East Street, door number 1, East Street, and then place name, and then pin code. So likewise, this is the address. Is it right? So door number 1 means it represents a number, numerical. Is it right? And then East Street. So this will be complete in the form of alphabetical. Alphabetical means what? A, B, C, D, F, G. That is all alphabetical. Place name is also alphabetical. Pin code means what? We used to represent in the number like 6 to 9 likewise. So that is called pin code represented in the format of a numerical. That means what? Number. So in this way, there is the actual address. Now I wish to tell you how the address will be in the form of a storage. Okay. Now I just wrap up this example. Don't worry about this one. Okay, just still hold on and follow me. Okay, now what I have, the address will be stored for because you are having, I still last class I told you 2 power 2 and 2 power 1, 2 power 4, like the 16-bit address, 32-bit address. Is that right? So the first one I have 0000. It represents the initial address. Is it right? And afterwards 0001, and it goes up to H. H represents hexadecimal. 16. Okay. Higher, lower. H represents hexadecimal. Okay, listen here properly now. So these are said to be the address variation of 16-bit. Okay. Now what I have, before going into this, I have to tell about what is the complete level of every segment. Segment means what? Suppose look at here. This pen, this whiteboard marker. For example, this is the maximum of 10 to 12 centimeter. Okay, but now take it as 12 centimeter. I am having the cut into 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have a 4 piece of cut. So one piece have 3 centimeter, right? 3 means 12 centimeter. Because 4 and 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 8, 12. That means what? 12 centimeter cut into 4 pieces. That means what? Each will have 3. In the same way, this whole stack will get, look at here, for CS they have 64 KB. CS they have 64 KB, and DS they have 64 KB, and for ES also 64 KB, and for SS also 64 KB. Likewise, they have the particular storage level. Now I will wrap up this one. Please hold on. Now listen here. Now you got thing one right. Now I explain about each and everything. Code segment. So code segment, it represents the starting bit of address. Okay. So listen here. Address means what? I can have anything. For example, 25H. This is the address. Okay. 25 is also address. 25 means what? You should not write 25. So 25 should be divided by 2, and then you may get 12 2 24, remainder 1, and then 2, and then 6 2 12, 0, and 2 3 2 6 0, and 2 1 2 is remainder 1. This is the address 1001. I think you might have studied in the previous semester, right? So how the address format means, it will be represented in the form of ones and zeros. Okay, it's not like a mathematics. Computer science represents the digits, only 2 digits of 0 and 1. Okay, this is the address representation. So you don't confuse. 25 means this is the actual method to how to calculate the whole thing. Okay, so for CS, it represents the starting level of address. Okay, so if I have 25, means I have to write. For example, if I have 25A, A means what? A means 10. Is it right? Look at here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, 16 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 after, not 10. A. And then B, C, D, E, F. F is the last. Okay. So likewise, you may have something. So 25AH means I have to write 25A0H. For CS, it represents the initial address. So initial means what? It's a 0. So for any address, if I have to represent by CS means I have to use 0 in front of H. Okay, this is about the code segment register. Okay, now we're going to see about the next one. I just skip this DS and yes, I go to SS. SS means what? It's a stack register. SS means stack register, and this mainly about you have the memory of a program. Okay, this is not coming to the program. CS means your code segment means you can have any data. Whatever data you can have, it will take, and it will give the address. For example, your class having 39 students, right? Whoever coming, they will just write the name. Okay, you are from this class. You are from this class. Okay. Likewise, this code means it will get the first level of the address. That's all. That is the function of CS. But when you go to SS means what? Because in SS will get all the program. Program means what? Computer. For example, if you are taking a keyboard means, in the keyboard you may have several buttons, right? Suppose if you are pressing A means, that press is one program. Because A is the data, and you are giving the data into the processor, and then the ASCII code of A will be get, and then it will be printed in your display unit. Is it right? After processing. Now we don't want to look for the processing then. Okay. So whatever functions you are doing, that's a program. So program means any form of touching the key or getting the input, you're playing the song, you're hearing the audio or anything, and you are doing the something in the processor. Processor means your computer, and that will be a program. Okay, so this program entry will be acknowledged. Acknowledge means what? Okay, this program is happening here. That is called acknowledge. Acknowledge means what? Yesterday, if I seen you means what? I have to tell. Okay, yesterday I have seen. For example, if I seen my HOD means what I have to tell. Yesterday I have seen my HOD. That means what? It's an acknowledge. So this is called about acknowledge. Stack segment register. Okay. Now look at here, and the DS as well as listen here. DS as well as ES. Both are said to be about the data. So this will be having the welcome of data into anything. So they have 64 KB, 64 KB. So this will have only functioning about any type of processor having the data as a starting address. They will get the starting address of the data. Okay. DSEX represents both are same. They will get the start address of the any form of data, alphabetical, numerical, any form, and it will have the functioning about the logical and arithmetic of anything. Okay. So now we gotta go. So this is up to the more class, and the next class we've seen about architecture of 8051. That's very important. Okay, this processor is mainly playing a major role with respect to your own computer. Okay, architecture of 8051, very important, and that is the very great and fine.